Hello, my name is Nathan Chinander with Sociology in the Digital World, instructor Alicia Langdon. I'm the operations manager of a retail store, and I am here to discuss some of the negatives in our store due to the lack of technological innovation in our store, a series of new technology implementation in our store, new training directly related to the new technology, some of the issues regarding the new technology, and the deviance that has resulted from the new technology. I've noticed that the business practices and use of technology are not up to date in our department store. It is my job as the operations manager to manage the operations of our store for our employees and customers and to facilitate a great return for our investors. I'm proposing an investment in technology to modernize our store for better inventory tracking, a better cash handling system, an easier ordering process, an increase in security, and the opportunity to make more money through analyzing data with technology and the implementation of technology in the handheld format for all employees to use. That doubles as a marketing weapon with social media. Digital growth is the increase of technological capabilities we've experienced up to today. In 1990, a computer was expensive and could do limited things. Today, a cheap smartphone has more power. With this increase in computing power, business can analyze the trends and history the store has had in the past and work to be more efficient and capitalize on the technology growth. Individuals have become much more adept at shopping online, looking for the best prices, going to stores they like, viewing social media, and wants the technology inside the stores they visit. Many employees' and customers' sociological beliefs have been formed by family, friends, social groups, and social media. Our employees and customers have already built their own values, ideals, opinions, and identities, but we will push our employees to build in a direction that is more suited to ours in reference to our being inclusive and non-discriminatory company culture that we believe in. An individual's identity in the physical world and digital world may be different, but we will start with basic training for all employees so that they know in the physical world they can say something to one person out loud, and it might be only one other person that hears it. In the digital world, it can be sent to social media where millions of people might be following the company, and it can be reshared so half the nation can see it. As technology changes, some people choose to pay more and more attention to technology and less time with their friends and family. I see all the time where people are paying more attention to their phone than the family they're going out to eat with. It is always important to make sure you are paying attention to the people around you. When you're in a retail environment and you allow employees to post to social media, you can quickly cause an interaction with a customer to go sour due to the employee not paying attention to the customer. With weekly audits of customer interaction, we can create an acronym, CIS, or a Customer Interaction Score, where the top employees are given recognition and bonuses for their good customer service. If it is part of a weekly training, they will be constantly working to provide good service. With part of our new technology, we will require our employees to use a handheld scanner and electronic device. I understand there is a digital divide in society, and some people do not have access to high-speed internet, or they may choose not to be exposed to social media because they simply choose not to. It is important to train all employees to be able to use the technology, as some employees may never have had the opportunity to use it before. As the prices of technological products drop and it becomes more widespread, it is becoming less and less a socioeconomic status, but it is still present. Another consideration is that some people may live away from the store or the suburbs a few miles and may not have access to high-speed internet. With not having access to high-speed internet, individuals may not have had the desire to use computers if it wasn't required for a previous job. They may have had limited access and limited experience with a computer. Some potential employees may not be able to fill out an online application with their phone or computer. I think this can be combated by creating a training system to be very self-explanatory, with all the training done in the classes to navigate all the training. We can also work with employees to train them how to use the technology. Furthermore, I think very little of the technology should be mandatory, and most of it should be optional. And we should encourage our employees to utilize it. We should also recognize the employees that do well both with and without. Over the course of history, some companies have exploded in growth while others have not. Conflict theory is the theory proposed by Karl Marx, and when relating to companies, he says that companies are in conflict with each other and work to overcome that competition. He also says that those who have access to the most resources tend to be the most successful. I like to say the key word here is most successful. I think we have the most resources on our block and in our town. We also have to grow and fight as the underdog to overcome our competition. I definitely agree that the companies with the most resources tend to be the most successful. Walmart and Target have thousands of stores throughout the nation, and they are powerhouses, with Target spreading into Canada and dropping out as well, while Walmart is in 29 different countries. We have to work harder than the competition, and our increase in technology is what will help us to propel us into the future to surpass our competition. Symbolic interaction is another sociological theory, and red generally means Target when looking at retail stores. Blue's Walmart, Lowe's, and Home Depot are known for their orange. Symbolic interaction is the shared meanings and symbols that lead to meanings in a society. I propose the color green as it means go and money. I think the primary color shown throughout the store can be green for aisle markings, green for signs. Green is the majority color throughout the entire store. Green is also good enough for Starbucks and Microsoft. Another sociological theory is the survival of the fittest, and I think all kids know this one. At least I did when I was growing up. The fittest or best able to change in the tough times is the one that wins out. Recently, Whole Foods was acquired by Amazon as a potential site for distribution. Speaking of distribution, Amazon is a company that is directly taking on UPS and FedEx in certain markets, with distribution being performed by Amazon for certain zip codes, with certain package sizes, and all in the intent to save money in shipping costs, while still using UPS and FedEx for the more costly route and delivery options. Amazon started in 1994, and they are a Fortune 18 company for the year 2016. I think that by having one hourly frontline employee choose whether or not they want to be on social media for the company, we can increase our exposure, and it would be a giant marketing component that can help us to be the fittest. While all the sociological theories have some parts that are relevant and good, I think Amazon and the survival of the fittest sociological theory is the best, because it says that the company can think outside the box and do what it needs to do to grow and surpass the competition, in possibly unconventional methods. Today the competition may be a couple stores, but how can we change and move along the supply chain to better the company? What can we do as a company to stand apart from everyone else? I think that is the real question that will allow a company to be the fittest in all aspects of growth. It seems like technology is everywhere, but there are still people that do not have access to technology or choose not to accept the technology. Believe it or not, there are 30-year-olds in 2018 that don't have a smartphone and don't want one. Some people don't think internet at home. Some people don't have internet at home because their internet is not much faster than dial-up due to old telephone lines that they'd be using to get the internet. Not everyone uses technology, and we need to understand that and make it a policy that if an employee does not want to use social media, they don't have to. Over time, new words are formed, and some of the words may not be viewed as professional. Some people may text their friends something that they would never say out loud at work. With social media, it is displayed for the world to see. When it is posted on a social media account in a company's name, it can bring harm to the reputation of the company. People have pledged support for someone running for political office, and that sounds great. But if that person has said some things that many people don't like, the person running for office may decline their support. All business posts must be made in a manner that is professional and in support of the company. With all technology that we have recently updated in our stores, we will offer company resources to be able to help our employees use workplace computers for training, banking, education, social media, and entertainment when they are not working. We will also allow select managers to help individuals use company computers for email, education, and banking on work time. As technology has increased, there has been an increase in the amount of deviance. Deviance has many different meanings. It is something that is different or out of the norm. Some people embrace being deviant. Most people generally think being deviant is bad. We see an increase in deviant behavior today through an increase in internet crimes, hacking, phishing with a PH, cyberbullying, sexual exploitation, lottery scams, and many other things. The definition of deviant is person to person, meaning it changes from person to person based on their circumstances and beliefs. As a store, we can be the victim of fraud in several different ways, and as time passes, there will probably be more and more ways we can be impacted. If we have an e-commerce website and accept credit cards, we'll need to be very certain that we have the best encryption possible to protect us from theft of customer information, to protect our reputation, and to protect our customers. We also need to address any people that comment through social media about our store in a manner that is respectful. Currently, we are exposed to deviant people that may want to physically harm our store. Adding technology is another avenue that deviant people can harm our store, and we need to be proactive on everything we do to protect our financial assets, our reputation, our employees, and our customers. A person can earn the name of thief or bully in seconds, but it takes a long time to earn the name hard worker. We need to work as a store to give credit where it is due to our employees and to recognize them. We also need to work to keep thieves out of our store and work to monitor them to minimize theft. Some people swindle money from cashiers by talking fast and asking for more change than they're supposed to receive. We also need to work to continually train our employees and let them know they can work with management when they have some concerns or think they may have done something wrong. We need to use every error as a teaching moment, and it needs to be taught to all employees. Overall, the new technology implemented will help in many different ways and is what we need to do to remain relevant in today's business environment.